I got to see firsthand the way that both radiation, which my mother got, and chemotherapy, which one of my uncles got, how it ravages the body and how just terrible how the side effects.
Immunologist James Allison never set out to cure cancer. For decades, his research focused on how the immune system works. But his family history with the disease and his life's work intersected in the 1990s when he made a stunning discovery: a way to use the body's own immune system to hunt down and kill cancer cells. This insight has turned Dr. Allison into something of a celebrity in the world of oncology and spurred a broad comeback in a field known as cancer immunotherapy. When someone develops cancer, his immune system may not fight the tumor or even see it as a foreign invader. That's in part because of a protein called CTLA4. Its main job is to tame the immune system so it doesn't run amok and attack healthy tissue. Dr. Allison and his team discovered an elegant workaround. If you use a drug that blocks the protein, you essentially take the brakes off the body's immune system, freeing it to fight cancer.
What we did after realizing there were these brakes, we just think about temporarily suspending the brakes, not so much harnessing the immune system, but just unleashing it to attack whatever it was going to attack.
In the 2000s, researchers tested a CTLA4 antibody developed by Dr. Allison. Ipilimumab, or Ipi, was given to hundreds of patients with advanced melanoma that had metastasized to other parts of their bodies. On average, such patients survived less than a year. And while only a minority of patients in the trial responded to Ipi, researchers were soon struck by how long many of those who benefited were surviving.
We know objectively that we could, for 20-something% of melanoma patients, basically cure them to the extent that they're going to be around for a decade. They can be confident after about 2.5 years that they're going to be around for another decade.
These super survivors are now transforming the world of oncology and immunotherapy, which has long been written off as ineffective. The FDA approved Ipi in 2011, marketed as Yervoy, and it continues to show promising results. Melanoma survivor Sharon Belvin is one of the patients who responded to Ipi after all other treatments failed. And she's the first Ipi patient Dr. Allison ever met in person. Many researchers spend most of their time in laboratories and rarely meet the recipients of the drugs they develop. Miss Belvin's oncologist invited Dr. Allison to meet her.
It's her annual checkup, her first annual checkup, so she'd been tumor-free for a year. And that was amazing. I mean, everybody started crying and hugging each other. That's when it all came home, and I was lucky enough to stay in touch with her so much. She, about 1.5 years or 2 years later, she sent me a photo of her first baby, and a year or so later, a photo of her second baby.
To be sure, Ipi can have side effects, including a potentially fatal bowel inflammation. And only 1 in 5 patients respond to the drug. To improve this success rate, Allison and other researchers are studying the drug's underlying mechanisms and looking into combination drug therapies. And the focus has moved beyond melanoma and CTLA4. Current Ipi trials are getting responses in patients with prostate, renal, and bladder cancer. Drugs that release other immune system brakes are also making advances against lung cancer and a variety of tumors. Promising steps closer to realizing the potential of Dr. Allison's discovery, prompting the immune system to treat all kinds of tumors.
We're treating the immune system, not the cancer. And so one of the implications of that, of course, is that this should work against all kinds of cancer. We just need to get the immune system to deal with it as we would with any virus.